Every year, thousands of books are published. Most are forgotten. Some become classics. But there is one book, exactly one, that has survived for 600 years without a single human being understanding a word of it. I'm not talking about your doctor's handwriting. I'm talking about the Voynich Manuscript. It's the Everest of cryptography. It's the boss level of history. It's a book that says access denied to every genius who touches it. Imagine being so good at trolling that you keep the world's smartest people busy for 6 centuries. That's the legacy of whoever wrote this. Today, we aren't just scratching the surface. We're going into the deep, dark, weird corners of the Voynich mystery. We're talking about Wilfrid Voynich, the man who found it, the alien plants, the hot tub ladies, and why even the world's most powerful AI just gave up and started crying. Grab a coffee, folks. This is going to be a long one. Let's go back to 1912. Meet Wilfrid Voynich. He's a rare book dealer. He's like Indiana Jones, but instead of a whip, he has a magnifying glass and probably a lot of paper cuts. He's at a Jesuit college in Italy, the Villa Mondragone. They're broke and need to sell some old books. Voynich finds this chest. He pulls out a manuscript, no title, no author, no date. Just pages of drawings that look like they were made by someone on a very intense psychedelic trip. He buys it, thinking he's hit the jackpot. He spends the rest of his life trying to solve it. Spoiler alert, he died without solving a single word. Talk about a frustrating job. Before we talk about the what, let's talk about the how. Is it a fake? A modern hoax? For a long time, people said, oh, Voynich probably made it himself to get rich. But science said, hold my beer. In 2009, they did carbon dating. The parchment, which is made from calfskin called vellum, dates back to between 1404 and 1438. That is the early 15th century. It's older than the printing press. It's older than Columbus. It's older than your grandpa's oldest back in my day story. And it wasn't cheap. It took 15 calves to make this book. In the 1400s, that was a small fortune. You don't kill 15 cows just to doodle. You don't use iron gall ink, which was the high-end ink of the time, just to play a prank. Unless you're the most dedicated prankster in human history. The ink and the parchment match perfectly with the Renaissance era, so it's a real 600-year-old object. That's the only thing we know for sure. Everything after this point is pure, unadulterated madness. The book is like a weird IKEA catalog for a world that doesn't exist. It's divided into 5 main sections: botany, astronomy, baniology, cosmology, pharmaceutical, and recipes. Let's walk through the gallery of the bizarre. Section 1, the botany. The first 100 pages are plants. Now, normally, medieval herbal books are useful. You see a picture of lavender, you use it for a headache. You see a picture of hemlock, you stay away. But the Voynich plants? They don't exist. One plant has the leaves of a fern, but the roots of a carrot and the flowers of a lily. It's like someone took a blender, threw in 10 different plants, and hit puree. Botanists have tried to identify them for 100 years. They found maybe 2 or 3 that look like wild pansies or ferns, but the rest? Total alien territory. Were these plants extinct, or was the author drawing things from a dream? Section 2, the astronomy. Then we get to the star maps. You see the sun, you see the moon, you see the 12 signs of the zodiac. But it's not just stars. There's rows and rows of tiny naked women holding the stars like they're balloons. It's like a medieval version of a pop star's music video. What does it mean? Is it about the influence of stars on human fertility? Or is it a map to a place that isn't Earth? Section 3, the baniology. This is where it gets really weird. It's called the baniological section, which is just a fancy word for bathing. It's full of naked women, we call them nymphs, hanging out in green pools. These pools are connected by tubes. Some look like intestines, some look like plumbing. It looks like the world's most confusing plumbing manual. Some think it's about alchemy. Some think it's a secret manual for women's health. Honestly, it looks like the world's most confusing plumbing manual. Section 4, the cosmology. Circular diagrams. Some have 9 islands connected by bridges. You can see castles, you can see walls, you can see what looks like a volcano. Is it a map of a city, a map of the universe, or the world's first Dungeons and Dragons map? We have no clue. Section 5, the pharmaceutical and recipes. Drawings of jars, roots, and tiny bits of plants. And then the final section, just block after block of text. No pictures, just 25 pages of pure Voynichese. It looks like a list of instructions. Take 2 alien leaves, boiled in green spa water, and call me in the morning. If only we could read it. Now, let's talk about the language. This is the meat of the mystery. If you look at the script, it's beautiful. It's curvy, it's elegant. It looks like it should be easy to read, but it's not. It's not a known code. It's not an anagram where you switch letters. It's something else entirely. Here is the mind-blowing part. Zipf's law. In every human language, Tamil, English, Spanish, there's a mathematical pattern to how often words appear. The word the is very common. The word quantum is not. When you plot these on a graph, every language looks the same. We ran the Voynich Manuscript through this test, and guess what? It follows Zipf's law perfectly. What does that mean? It means it's not gibberish. If I just hit random keys on my keyboard, it wouldn't follow that law. This book has the mathematical DNA of a real language, but it also has weird prefix and suffix patterns. Some words only appear on the left side of a page. Some words are repeated 3 times in a row. Word, word, word. We don't do that in English, unless we're a broken record. But in Voynichese, it happens all the time. In 2018, researchers from the University of Alberta used AI to try and decipher it. The AI said, hey, I think it's Hebrew. But when they tried to translate it, the sentences made no sense. It was just a word salad. It's like the book is mocking our technology. It's 600 years old and it's still winning against supercomputers. Who is the final boss behind this book? Let's look at the lineup. Number 1. He was a 13th century monk and scientist. People thought he was a wizard because he was so smart. Wilfrid Voynich was convinced Bacon wrote it, but the carbon dating says no. Bacon died 100 years before this book was born. Unless he was a time traveler, he's off the list. Number 2. These guys were the Breaking Bad of the 1500s. John Dee was Queen Elizabeth's astrologer, and Kelly was a guy who claimed he could talk to angels in a language called Enochian. They were known for being con artists. Did they create this to scam King Rudolph II? It's possible. They were exactly the type of guys to make a fake book and sell it for a fortune. Number 3. This is a newer theory. Some scholars think the book was written by a group of women, midwives or healers. They had a lot of secret knowledge about herbs and birth, but if the church found out, they'd be in trouble. So they created a secret code to keep their medical secrets safe. It explains the bathing women and the plants. It's a Secret Sisters club manual. Number 4. Some think it's a language from a small, isolated tribe in Europe or Asia that went extinct and left no other trace. A ghost language that died with its author. So why do we care? Why are we still obsessed with a book that might just be a medieval joke? Because the Voynich Manuscript represents the ultimate mystery. We live in a world where everything is on Google. We have satellites that can see your house from space. We have AI that can write poems. But we can't read this one book. It's a humble reminder that the past still has secrets, whether it's a medical masterpiece, an alchemical diary, or just a very elaborate prank. The Voynich Manuscript is a treasure. It's the last great unsolved mystery of the written world. Maybe one day, one of you watching this video will be the one to find the key. Maybe the answer isn't in a computer, but in a different way of thinking. Until then, the Voynich Manuscript sits in a climate-controlled vault at Yale, waiting. 600 down. How many more to go? If you enjoyed this 10-minute journey into madness, you know what to do. Subscribe for more deep dives. Hit that like button if you think the hot tub ladies are actually aliens. And tell me in the comments, if you were to write a secret book today, what would you put in it? Thanks for watching.